Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Perspective Podcast. This is episode 73, I believe. And yeah, thank you for clicking the button to watch this episode. And today we're going to talk about mistakes. Your boy makes mistakes all the time, like all the time. And before we get into that, I'm going to get into like the weekend recap, which relates to why I'm talking about mistakes. Well, on Friday, reached a milestone of 100,000 followers on TikTok, which is a milestone. I'm grateful to have reached that point in my career of just creating content, being taking it serious, being consistent for around 2 years, and it's just been up and down, up, down. It's been ridiculous, but still kept it going, and I'm grateful to have continued with this journey and this passion of just filming because it's something I love to do. And yeah, I see something, I feel something bigger than me, and that's the reason why I even want to share the content or just get things out there, because I know there's someone out there that has the same passion, or someone out there that can relate. I know I'm not the only one, and sometimes in this world we kind of just think that like there's no one that actually understands, or we're the only person that has the same music taste, or someone that has having the same discovery, or just little things. And I'm here to show that no, you're not. Um, I got a comment on one of the YouTube videos yesterday about the Sam Fender video, and someone was saying that like he's grateful that he's able to have someone that shares the same interests, because it really just be him and his wife talk about that stuff, and even he's saying that he's like his wife is probably bored of that, so it's like it's good to have someone to talk to, like you're watching a TV show or you're doing something, and you literally saying like, damn, I have no one to tell this story to because they just don't get it, so yeah, I'm here to be that type of person that you can just get without even having to explain too much. Like, it's a safe space, and I'm very grateful for you tapping in. I'm very grateful to even reach that milestone. So thank you. It means a lot to me. And it's just the beginning, even on 100,000, we're back on zero and we're starting from scratch. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed, because wow, what a journey it's been. What a journey it is going, and it's only going to keep going crazy. And yeah, on Saturday, just got some balloons to treat myself. 100K balloons. Like, yeah, man, you just gotta keep going. You realize when you go through a major success and major lows, you realize who your friends are. There's literally no in between, and that is the things that you start to see during them periods in your life. But regardless, you just gotta keep going. You just gotta show up, no matter what, because that's the bigger picture. And you may not be able to see it, but if you feel it, go after it. And then on the Sunday, I went to my boy's wedding, and fortunately enough, I got the opportunity to be one of the groomsmen, and I'm very grateful for that. He was my guy from high school. We being close. We weren't always the closest, but the respect was always there. To be able to be one of the groomsmen is a grateful experience to have, and I'm just happy that their love is just there. You can just feel it. That's what love is. And I'll be honest, when I was there, I was thinking, damn, I can't wait for when it's my time. I can't wait for my wedding. But yeah, man, I'm happy for them. Like, they deserve all the love. Shout out to them. Like, honestly, it was really good and very wholesome. Things like that really does make you realize that, okay, maybe there is hope in this world with love, and if it can happen at this age, then it can happen at any point. So yeah, I'm grateful for them, and I'm grateful that they had that experience. That is a once in a lifetime, and to be there is an honor. And while reaching 100K on TikTok, there's been a lot of problems, and a lot of mistakes, a lot of problems, and a lot of stumbles, tumbles, everything, because it's not been an easy journey. It's not been an easy journey. It's been quite difficult, but I just gotta keep going. And one mistake that I've done recently, matter of fact, is sometimes I don't learn from my mistakes. That to the point that it has to go really bad for me to actually gain some wisdom and not do that same mistake next time. And it can get very annoying and frustrating because it's like, why aren't you learning from your why aren't you learning from your problems? But I don't know, it feels like just being in a cycle, you just get so used to it that you don't even realize. And that's one thing that I've been doing recently, just like little things, but awareness is the first key, I guess, and that's all you got to do. Another problem that I do while creating content was I try to not be someone else, but I don't think I was being my most authentic self, and that is in the terms of the style of content that I do and the editing. Like, I'm only doing that because I've seen it work with other people or because it's like working right now, trending, and that is not the point. That is not the point. And if it's about that, then your love isn't there for it. I'm lucky that I still have the love for filming, despite the amount of filming that we do during the day. Like, it's still there, and with all these things that happens, like it has nothing to do with me, literally nothing to do with me. It's all God, and I'm very grateful for that. And yeah, just again, gotta keep it going. The best way to go through life is by being yourself. From what I've heard, if you've read Shoe Dog or Dog Shoe, no, it's Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. He's the owner of he's the founder of Nike, and the way that he described his story was just like the best way to go through life is literally being yourself, because nobody can be who you are. You are literally one in a million, one in a billion. So keep doing your thing and don't let none of that stop you from growing, learning, and developing. What is another mistake? Doing too much. I feel like sometimes, especially when you're in like, I don't know, when you're being very eager, it gets you to just do whatever because it's there. When really that's not the case. I would do so many things. I would do fitness content, I'd do fashion content, I'd do music content, lifestyle content. Like, I was genuinely trying to capture so many things when that it can be done, but it just the quality of the work it gets questionable. The quality of the work, it just dies down a bit, especially because putting so much energy into different things that when you get to that one video or that one piece of work you want to do, it may not be as good as you thought. And that happens, but doing too much really is the reason why a lot of those things happen. And I've had to cut things back and just focus on the important things. And as you can see, if you've been tapped into my page, it's mainly just turned into like the music stuff with a little bit of like gym and running. The fashion thing, I'd love to do that 100%, and I see myself doing that. But again, it's all about timing, and despite how chaotic it goes, we just keep going. Another tip is the people that you choose in your life. It may be something minor, but it is important. You've got to have a good circle of people in your life, a good support system, because not everyone has your best interest. And you will learn that, like, you will see who your people are. I hope you do, and I hope you not cut them off. Actually, I hope you cut them off. I hope you continue to rise better, because there's going to be people that will try to bring you down, or you'll be around the wrong crowd without even realizing. But honestly, the people that you're around is very important. I'm very grateful for my mom, my friends. While reaching 100K, I made a challenge to myself to run 20K for the next 5 days. Bro, it has not been easy. It's been quite difficult. Quite difficult. Be doing it in 1 hour, 50 minutes, which may be impressive, but boy, I am suffering, like suffering, but still gotta get it going, man. And it's not gonna stop us. That may be like my favorite thing to say. Still gotta get it going. Should probably think of something else to say, so I've gotta get it going. But I hope this episode inspires you to go and do what you love to do, to just show up to that one thing that you want to do in your life, whether it's a big amount or a small amount. I hope this episode inspires you and, keeps you inspired. I think motivation can be a bit overrated, that you won't always feel motivation, but that discipline is something that will be there all the time. This morning, 6 a.m., alarm went off, woke up. Actually, I turned my alarm off, got out of bed, I went back in bed, was in there for like 2 minutes, and then I got out of bed because I was like, nah, what am I going to do staying in like an extra hour? even though I believe that you've got to listen to your body, you've got to listen to your body at times. However, then I was like, nah, we still gotta go get our running, and yeah. So yeah, yeah. I hope this video inspires you that like we're all human beings in this earth, bro. We're all human. You know, I have moments when I just do not want to do a lot of things, but for the love of the game, you just gotta keep it going. And yeah, I pray that you continue to tap into these videos and to just keep watching because it really is only up from here. And you guys are tapped into the origin story. So yeah, thank you to every single one of you. I know it's been a bit all over the place, but if you enjoy it, regardless, you will go far. Just keep going. It's not easy, but because you love it, it justifies everything else. So keep showing up and keep being yourself no matter what. Keep creating because it's only up from here. And that's facts. Overpass. They're a band. Birmingham based Birmingham based brand. Birmingham based band. Damn, BBB. Birmingham based band. And I tapped into them last year during like autumn season. Got recommendations to tap into them. Therefore I did. And listened to the music and I've been interested of it ever since. There's a song that's in my head by them called 3 a.m. Is it 3 a.m.? I just hope that you come along. Well, I hope it is, but they've got a good like catalog. I would say that they just dropped their album. They've just dropped their album, Elsewhere Always, and it's a very cohesive, concise album that you'd want from music. And to celebrate, they had an album release, an album set, and they played majority, if not all, the songs from the album. And I'll be honest, I liked it. Even the bird agrees. The slow songs that they do is like, I'm not to explain it, but it just has that nostalgic vibe to it. It's like that chill type of vibe, which is a reason why I like McGee's music because it's kind of similar in the like the chill side. But when they got to get the guitars out and the riffs, they will do that. But yeah, Overpass's music is fire, and I'm grateful that I got to be able to interview them, which is mad. And shout out to them, all of them, and to be able to go to their show and just to document it. Like their music is cool, the music is very enjoyable. Bonnie and Clyde Part 2 is my favorite of the album, or I Will. Also, Arctic Monkeys. I tapped into their music yesterday and I listened to their debut album. There's a few songs on the album. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but the first five, their first album, I weren't really keen on it. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'm just adapting to their ears because I've been tapping into so many different things, but there's just something about their tunes that was just, I don't know, it weren't giving as much, bro. That may be a hot take, but it weren't. And I have a feeling that their album, like AM, or everyone talks about that album, and it's still like doing numbers in the UK charts. So we'll tap into that album. But those ones there, they're cool. They are cool. And I still need to listen to the whole album. So can I really try to give my statement when I haven't listened to the whole album? Yes, because there's no rules. And I'm going to show you the songs that I liked off the album. Whatever people say, that's what I'm not. So, View from the Afternoon is cool. Fake Tales from San Francisco, I like that one. Dancing Shoes, I think that one was my favorite. You probably shouldn't see the light because what that is a long title for a song, and Still Take You Home is a cool song. But the album is cool. I don't know who that guy is on the album cover, but that album, it's cool. Literally, that's all I can say. Like, it's a cool album. It is a cool album. But overall, with music, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure tapping into bands. I don't know when it's gonna stop. I don't think it will ever stop. But I'm grateful for listening and discovering new artists, new bands that I've never heard of, and just tapping into them. It's been a pleasure because it shows that there's something here that's bigger than me, that, you know, we all had that same interest with music and songs, and, you know, we really do get excited when someone listens to an artist or a band that we are invested in, because You know, when you have that, like, there's a specific part in the song that you're really excited for, and you're literally watching someone to see how they react to it. Like, that is literally what you guys are, and I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, I don't know when it's gonna start, but I know that it's only going to keep going up, and the level is only going to keep growing. This time last year, my life was completely different. I was still filming, but I was actually bound to like have an interview for another job, and that was the last job I did. And now full time is just to create content, which is a blessing. But overall, it just, yeah, man, just keep leveling up in due time. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that something is happening, and for every single person that watches, again, thank you. Been feeling a little bit tired. I can't lie, these 20-kilometer runs are like killing me, bro. I should have probably had a latte or a cappuccino or something, but I just didn't. You know, I'm just surviving off water. Tooth are releasing their EP this week, and I'm excited to tap into it. They've got good music, and my favorite song from theirs is "Restless in Bloom." It's just very catchy. That guitar riff, ridiculous. But I'll be there for that to tap into it. I'm just thinking now, did they play that song when they opened up for Keo? Because if so, I don't think they did. I don't remember hearing that song. I do not remember at all. I don't think they did. Now here we are, bing, bing, bing. Like, if you haven't heard of Tooth, tap into their music. It's mad that like all these bands are like dropping EPs as like a preparation for them to drop their album. And yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see bands are doing that. You know, whether they're on the come up or not, they're just getting their work out there, and I think that's important. You know, even if they have that budget for that album or not, you know, they're still getting their work out. They're still getting the music out, and that's important. You know, I really do. What's the word? I appreciate bands a lot more now, because these bands, bro, they basically do not sleep. They're always on the road, like every day. And I know it's like that with other bands and artists and stuff, but being able to just see it, like they have one show in the south of Birmingham. I mean, they'll have one show south of like UK, like London size, or even lower than that, and then they'll have a show the next day in like Liverpool, or like even more up north. Like there's so many shows with like a short amount of time, but they still go and do it and have that energy on 10. So to be able to go to their shows and just to speak to them and see from their perspective is a blessing to be there. And again, who knows what's going to happen next. Lads, I will say another mistake. If you're going to do a lot of runs, plan your stuff, because your energy will drop off. I'm feeling myself so drowsy, but just literally just gotta keep it going, bro. I keep saying that. Yeah, I feel myself getting a bit drowsy. Energy levels do drop off, 100%. But hey, it's part of the game. It is part of the game. I was watching a film on Apple TV. It's called High to Lois. It's got Denzel Washington and A$AP Rocky. I'll be the first one to say, if no one has, that I haven't really been tapped into I haven't really been that tapped into Denzel Washington's films. I know he comes across as like the GOAT of film, and he probably is, not even probably, he is, because that film is really good, and he has good philosophies that he uses that drives him every day. And at first, it was a bit skeptical, because it was like he was going to do something wrong. I'm not gonna spoil it if you haven't watched it, but yeah, you know, having a good philosophy, especially if you're older, you just have that natural wisdom. And Denzel Washington just looks like that guy. And then A$AP Rocky being in that one, his name's called Young Felon. Shout out to him, bro. Shout out to him, because he played a good part on that film. You know, it's good to see artists, musicians going into a film and for them to actually act well. There's nothing worse than watching a film that you're excited for and they just like stink it up. It really used to be like the comedy films years back, and then King Batch was in like every single one. Like, I hear it, bro, but sheesh, King Batch is such a throwback. If you know about King Batch, then you know, well, damn, King Batch. Damn, I forgot about him. That is insane. He used to, bro. King Batch used to take over Vine. Him and Logan Paul, they had the game on a chokehold. And what's it, Jerry Perp drank. Like that whole gang, they cooked. But RIP to Vine, bruh. They had their period. That now we have TikTok. TikTok is low key like the musically side of things. I wouldn't be surprised if musically is TikTok, but we just didn't realize it may be TikTok. It may be the musically, the musically. Sheesh. Time is actually speeding up. Like time is speeding up. We're already in June. It's June right now, June 9th. And if you was to ask me how I'm feeling, well, being 6 months in, I feel grateful. I feel conflicted every day. There's always a problem happening, but with the problems, that means something good is coming. With the problems happen, that means something good is coming. And I'm grateful to just go through my days. Of course, I'll be in my mind, I'll be thinking, what is happening? But I can't cry over spilt milk. Literally, just gotta keep things going every day, one day at a time, and just let life do its thing. You know, our intention or our plan, our faith is already out there. Unless you haven't spoken to God about it, then damn, I don't know what you're doing, man. But yeah, man. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Life can be difficult, but one day at a time, just keep going. If you're feeling discouraged, just keep showing up. And I know I say the same thing, but just keep showing up one day at a time. If you're enjoying this episode, I'd appreciate that like or that comment or whatever. Every little detail helps. Yeah, I'd appreciate that a lot. Our perspective community, our perspective gang will continue to rise. That nobody will compete with us. Nobody will ever compete with us. So yeah, I hope you're taking care of yourself every day and just going to get it even during the mayhem that happens. Yeah, just keep showing up every day. I'm currently going through this like dilemma with my hair. Yes, my hair. That like I haven't really been taking care of it as much, and I've been making excuses, which has led to me like having to get it done next week, because with all this running, I don't want to run, right? And my head to just like be salty because of the rain. Like I'm running 20 kilometers, I need my hair to be rough so that when it gets to the hair appointment, we're fresh. Hope you guys are feeling okay. This episode is a bit of like, I don't know how to explain it, just like mistakes and yeah, all that type of stuff. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what questions you want to know, and I may talk about them in the next video. I know this episode is a bit short, and that's my fault. I'm literally filming this episode on a Tuesday, on the day that it's supposed to come out, because there were some complications with filming on the Monday. So it came to just getting it done today. And you know, even if it may not be the best, but just showing up means more than enough. So thank you for every single one of you that has tapped in. And yeah, about to edit this podcast, get it up, film some more content, you know, and yeah, man, that is it. Episode 73. I'll see you guys next week.